Wyndham Clark, 2023 United States Open champion. Well deserved around this place. However, KP, a lot of the oxygen will be spent on the guy who finished solo second, one shot back. That's Rory McIlroy, who birdied his first hole of the day beautifully, just as we were expecting out of the gate, and did not make a single birdie the rest of the way. We were talking while we were out there. It felt very reminiscent of the final round at St. Andrews, where you hit a bunch of greens, you make 0 putts, and you watch as the leaderboard kind of moves around you.
Yeah, I think there was a part of it that felt similar to St. Andrews for sure. But the difference for me with today was at St. Andrews, he kind of, like, the putting got all the attention. He kind of low-key didn't hit it that great on that Sunday. I mean, he hit it okay. He hit it fine, but it was not tremendous ball striking and giving himself 10-footer after 10-footer after 10-footer. And I got to say, Rick, like, I thought he hit the hell out of it today. Like, I thought he hit it so good. I mean, he had the pull on 17, which was not great. The wedge on 14 probably lost the tournament, which he talked about afterward. But there was a difference in the way he hit the golf ball today, and the scoring ended up sort of similar. Like, he couldn't score, but there's such a difference with the Sunday at a U.S. Open versus a St. Andrews, where it's like, hey, 65's out there. 65 is always out there, right? At that place, the 65 was, I guess it was out here today, but it wasn't something that the guys that teed off late in the day were going and getting. So I just thought he hit it a lot better than he did at St. Andrews. And he was in a position, if he just takes care of 14, that he didn't really need to make any putts, right? Like, he didn't – at St. Andrews, he had to make some putts. And here he didn't if he just makes par on 14. And he got given a gift, and he still couldn't do it. And it's just the margins. He talked about why he hit the bad wedge on 14. He said, I needed to wait 15 seconds for the wind to lay down. And you're like, we're determining major champions on 15 seconds of wind? Like, that's Patrick and Greg. At one point, Rick turned to me and said, these guys must all be in therapy, because this is outrageous. Like, I don't know how anybody accepts any of these outcomes.
I saw you guys on number 1 on the green when Rory was putting for eagle, and I saw Rick, like, it burned the edge, and Rick in the background was like quickly turned his head and was like, you could just tell he was like, how the hell did that not go in?
I wish I used to not like do anything like that, but I mean, first of all, we were in it. I mean, it was when they went off the first tee, like it was popping, and he goes, pipes a driver down the middle, hits it exactly where he needs to, and I'm like, if he just rolls this eagle putt in, and it looks good the entire way, I'm stunned it didn't go.
I mean, think about all of the Thursday, right? So here's a crazy stat. Wyndham and Rory shot the exact same score on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Where do you think Rory could have picked up a stroke on him on Thursday?
The one he whiffed on his last hole of the day? That's so crazy.
How crazy is that?
This is what I'm saying. They all need to be speaking to someone, because it's not healthy the way that these
Wyndham apparently is.
They do. So is Rory.
Right. That's true.
Rory's speaking to Bob Rotella, and it's Julie Elion for Wyndham Clark.
Like, how does anyone win any of these? Like, it's so incredibly difficult. I don't know how it works. Greg, so Rory was talking afterwards. He said the 2 shots he wants back was the wedge on 14 and the putt on 8. Those are the 2 he wants back. The wedge Kyle alluded to, I think he said full lob wedge or full sand wedge, and then he went to a 3/4 gap wedge, and it plugged into the grass there by the bunker, and then he just kind of missed the putt on 8 that he thought he should have made. That's it. Those were like the 2 shots he wanted back. That's it. Everything else was pretty good.
Look, it was he had 124 in there. You got to put that on the green, but at the same time, he was so near perfect tee to green all day. I can allow for and certainly understand a mistake with a swing. I can understand one mistake with the swing, but you think to eight's the obvious one. Doesn't take advantage of 6, didn't hit a great chip shot there. And he had multiple putts from inside of 15 feet that could have gone in. I mean, at least 3 on the front 9, right? 3 was a really good look. 9 was a really good look. I guess 10 was the third. And we said it last night. I mean, Rory needs to make 2 10 to 15 foot putts to win. And yeah, I mean, he could have hit the green on 14, but if he made 2 10 to 15 foot putts, he wins. So he did just about everything he needed to do, just about. And for some reason, there is an absolute lid. I mean, listen to this. He made 44 feet of putts on Saturday and 41 feet of putts on Sunday. 41 feet over 18 holes.
18 holes. That is like 2 feet and 3 inches a hole.
It's hit. The longest putt he made all day was 4 feet 5 inches. Right. And you have at some point to win a major championship, you have to do something that's major championship worthy. Right? You got to make something. You got to make a putt, chip in, stuff it close somewhere. You got to do something that's above and beyond. And that's just in this major and at St. Andrews, it didn't happen. And it doesn't take a lot. It's the one moment we're missing.
One moment we're missing. KP, I got to get you out of here to go write your article for CBSSports.com, but I'm happy to kind of cede the stage to you here. If there's anything additional, I'm sure we'll, continue this conversation into next week and beyond. But while we're here, if there's anything else, I'm happy to open it up to you.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was an amazing U.S. Open. It was a very chaotic and dramatic ending, which was, I mean, it was pretty awesome on the course for the last hour and a half. And I thought Wyndham's reaction was really cool. I loved seeing that. I'm excited to see him at the Ryder Cup. I thought Rory was very good afterwards. He talked about how I'd go through 100 more Sundays like that. And if it means I eventually win my next major, and he kind of, the language that he used was when I win my next major, not if. And he was in pretty good spirits, I thought, for having come up 1 stroke short. So probably going to win Hoylake. Ricky Rory at Hoylake again. How about that?
I need at least 12 hours of recovery before I get on Rory at
On
Hoylake.
to Hoylake, baby. On to Hoylake.